Good morning vlog. If you can't tell by the, voice and the puffy face, it's morning. It's 5:47 to be exact. Getting work going for the day. Welcome back. If you're new here, hi. My name is Rebecca. I am 26. I live in Maine. I work from home for Wayfair. I go to Purdue Global University full time. I'm married. Have some cats. I'm training for a half marathon. You know, all the fun things. But figured today I would just do a day in my life. Haven't done one of those in a while, so figured I would just do a detailed day. Anyway, been up for all of 15 minutes and jumping right into work. If you haven't watched my last video or don't know me personally, you wouldn't know that work has been very frustrating recently. It's getting on my last nerve, frankly. Working for corporate America definitely has a lot of pros, but recently I've been experiencing some of the cons. I'm not going to go into exact details of it, but I'm sure eventually I will. And right now it's just like the middle period of things happening, not to be like so cryptic and vague, but it's not good. So really frustrating and not really liking working right now, but gotta pay the bills. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Anyway, we are diving in. I'm on our supplier claims team, so basically I get Wayfair's money back when something isn't shipped in perfect condition. And it's all ticket-based, no phone calls. Let me delete my emails from Indeed. That's how my work is going. Anyway, let's dive right in. My lovely husband delivers me coffee every single morning, even though I'm usually up before him, but he makes the coffee and pours it for me, so love him for that. And yeah, okay. Here's a look at my day. So nothing crazy yet. An all hands meeting, team meeting, and then a skip level meeting. But not much else. Taking a long lunch so I can run on my lunch break because training for my half marathon is a full personality trait. And Toulouse is here now, so wow. Okay, let's get my coffee drink and actually dive in. We got a beggar. What do you want? Green. What do you want? What? Oh, that's so nice. You want one of two things, treats or a spring toy? I'm sure. See what direction she goes in. You're so funny. Okay, I'll get your spring in a minute, but it is. Oh, hey, buddy. 7:10, I'm on my first break from work, so let's make myself some breakfast. I have to grocery shop like yesterday, so breakfast today is a little bit not normal, but I'm doing what I can. we're going to do 2 eggs and slice of cheese. I got the butt piece in here, so we'll do like a open face egg, but also do a piece of toast. No spinach, so ew. I don't know what that was. Anyway, usually I'll do 2 eggs, spinach, cottage cheese, but we don't have any cottage cheese, we don't have any spinach, so we're keeping it pretty plain. I have some deli meat. Maybe I'll add some deli meat to the sandwich, but we're just gonna piecemeal everything together. Making the most of working from home. I'm gonna multitask here while my bread is toasting and eggs are cooking. Put them away the dishes. In your home, if you live with a roommate or you're in a relationship, married, whatever, who has what job? Because I'm curious. I am not the dishes person. Josh is the dishes person. The most I'll do is put the dishes away. But I just hate doing dishes. I can't do it. It's like the wet, soggy food, like in the sink. I'll put my plate and stuff in the dishwasher, and I'll put the dishes away when they're clean. But that's as much as you can get from me. I just physically, that is not one of my duties. I do plenty else around the house, so I don't mind not doing some of the. Josh also does like garbage and things. I mean, I guess like stereotypical man of the house things he does, stereotypical woman of the house things I do. Except dishes, but God, I cannot do dishes. So we've got a bed of deli meat instead of a bed of spinach like usual. Just gonna do a high protein breakfast today. Actually, I don't want to rotate that. All right, there we go. Very beige breakfast, but going to enjoy this and get working on a little bit of schoolwork. Anyway. I mentioned this already, but I go to Purdue Global University full-time. I'm currently studying for my bachelor's degree in science and analytics. It is pretty interesting. First couple classes I started with were for a different major, but changed my major, and now things are starting to like more align. I'm in 2 classes right now. So the way Purdue Global works when you're a full-time student is you have 2 classes at a time for 10 weeks, and then you have a week off. And then that cycle repeats continuously throughout the year. There's not semesters. There's not like anything like that. Anyway, my classes right now, I'm in spreadsheet applications. So like my assignment last week was to format a chart and all that kind of stuff. This week was like more color coding and that kind of stuff. It's pretty basic right now, but it's what it is. And then my second class is Introduction to Data Literacy. So kind of like understanding data and the importance of like finding like solid resources and like knowing if a source is reliable or not, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to dive into that while I chow down. And now, done with work. Nope, that's not true. I wish I was done with work. I'm done with my break and heading back to work. Strapping on my ankle monitor, also known as the Apple Watch, to track my steps. I am always walking a decent amount on the walking pad during my work day, but my work is actually doing a step competition starting next week, so I gotta ramp up my mileage, gotta ramp up the steps. So, let's, oh, nope. Started the wrong workout, let's not do that. Yeah. Indoor walk, okay. Gonna get an hour in at a 3 speed. Remember how earlier, literally in this video, and like last week I was saying Wayfair doing something shady and it was weird and didn't really know what to say. I gotta say, I won. My team won. Basically, there was an issue with our bonuses. A lot of back and forth, like 2 weeks basically back and forth, and yesterday I had the audacity, okay? I sent an email. Well, I had a lot of questions. So I asked my questions in our Slack, which is basically like a messaging platform for like companies. So I messaged there, and then I wanted to take it a step further. So I emailed our CEOs, every person, every manager, every like high level manager in my department that has a say in anything. And the change has been reversed. So I gotta say, I win. And fuck you. And gotta say, it feels good. And still, do I trust changes happening here? No. And I know this is being kind of vague, and I'm not trying to get into like too many specifics, but I am so excited. I could literally cry tears of joy because, it just, breath of fresh air. And I win. Let me tell you something. I'm competitive, if nothing else, and I said, fuck you, corporate America, here's the problem. And they said, you're right. And that feels good. Anyway, I'm going to revel in this excitement, message all my teammates, and get really excited in our group chat. I'm so fucking happy. I didn't expect this to happen. I was expecting to have to take legal action, to be frank with you. But here's proof that CCing your CEOs on an email makes change happen. Oh my God. Alrighty. I'm gonna say all my meetings are done for the day. I have one more meeting with my skip level, which she's more of my mentor really than a skip level. Anyway, so I have a meeting with her at 1. It's 11 now, so I'm gonna do some ticket work for an hour, take my lunch break for an hour, and then I'll meet with her for an hour, and then that's about close enough to the end of my day. And yeah, I'm literally feel like I'm so much lighter. I was vlogging today to actually document like how I like turn my brain off for corporate work, which I've never had a problem doing before. What I love about my job is that it's not mentally stimulating. It's not important. So it's really easier for me to do my job, and the second I clock out, it's the second I stop thinking about my work. For the past 2 weeks, that has not been the case. I've like been thinking about work nonstop. And so originally my idea for this blog was to say like how to distract yourself from your corporate job. But I don't need that anymore because officially like I am not thinking about this godforsaken place when I'm clocking out. It's just going to be done. And I love that for me. Anyway, I'm on a high. I feel like I'm literally 30 pounds lighter. I feel like I should be drinking my water from a champagne flute. Like, I feel like I need to be doing something. It's a great time. Anyway, let's get into some tickets. Here's a look. Also, I'm always wearing this combination. I love this little green set, which they're not really a set. Like this bra is from Target and the shorts are from Amazon, maybe, I think. But anyway, here's a look. Green and pink, a little watermelon mood. And I don't know what the hair is doing, but let's go on a recovery run. Alrighty, home for my run was supposed to be 45 minutes and I just said 40 because I didn't time it correctly, so I was at my house at 40 minutes, so whatever. If I really feel so inclined, I can run for 5 minutes when I go to the gym later, but I'm not too worried about 5 minutes. Anyway, had a body shower, now it's time for lunch. Eating the same lunch I've eaten for years on end, so we've got chicken sausage, broccoli, and rice. And a screamer, huh? Are you a screamer? I want to keep standing in the fridge. It feels so good in there. Let's heat this up and then headed back to work. Alrighty, just been in my pajamas, but met with my mentor / skip level, and we're always going over time, and it's always great chatting with her, and she helps me keep my head on straight. And after this past week, I've had a lot of thoughts about working in a corporate company versus leaving, and I don't know, there's been a lot of thoughts, but there's a lot of pros and cons to every single job, and I'm not going to let one really hard few weeks make me leave this place. I'm going to stick it out, at least for now. She had a good thought where it's like, you got to ask yourself if it's worth it, and there's a lot of other terms, and she put it really well where like every 90 days, she asks herself, like, is it worth staying? Among, like, there's detailed questions here, but I don't need to go into them. So anyway, every 90 days, like every quarter, basically asking yourself if your mental health is okay, if like everything all together like makes it worth staying at a place. And if I look back at the last 90 days, like the answer is yes, and I hope that remains the case. So anyway, I'm staying. Not that I was actually going to leave. It's like, I'm not going to let one terrible thing that was happening make me make a rash decision, but it was wild there for a while. Anyway, I don't need to keep going on about this, but for now, I'm just about done work. What are you doing? Panga plays fetch. Panga plays fetch. What is? She's greedy. Oh. Okay. You're cracking. Stop. What are we doing? Crazy girl. Oh my god. Anyway, all I'm trying to say here is I'm trying to pick out an outfit, okay? I'm going to the gym, and then after the gym, I'm going to go to a ladies golf night at a local golf course. The owner of this golf course actually did our lessons over the winter, if you'd watched any of those vlogs. So what I think I'm going to do is one of two things. I have my whole basket of golf clothes, but I don't want to do a leg day in these golf outfits. If I was doing an upper body day, I'd probably wear one of my usual exercise dresses because they have the built-in shorts. But I'm doing a leg day and I don't know. So I think I'm actually going to put this back up. What I'm going to do is, what are you doing? Crazy girl. Let's do shorts and a bra. Great. Good start. I just finished the work day and I am headed out to the gym. First, I'm putting on my gym clothes. After the gym, though, I'm going to a ladies' golf night. The owner of the golf course actually did me and Josh's lessons over the winter, if you watched any of those vlogs. We took 2 golf lessons, and they really helped, but I don't know. For the girls' night, it's you go, and there's a 30-minute group lesson, and then it's unlimited golfing until dusk. So, should be fun. I'm not sure, like, what kind of group lesson it's going to be, but yeah, should be a good time. I'm excited. I'm inviting one of my girlfriends who doesn't ever golf, so I don't know if it's going to be like everyone gets help with the lessons or like just the people that really need the help, or if it'll be like, okay, everyone do this, and he'll like kind of mention, but it'll be interesting. I keep meaning to go, but every time, like last week it was raining, the week before we had a friend in town, so it was like any excuse I could find I wasn't going, but I'm free this week and I've got a girlfriend to join me, which is even better, so should be fun. But for now, let's go do a glute focused leg day, and then we'll hit the golf course. I know every single person is dying to know, but I got my golf clubs and bag from eBay. I was looking to get into golf over the winter, and I saw this, and I said, Josh, isn't this bag so cute? He said, say less, and this was a little gift. It's great. There's like 1,000 pockets. There's a cooler. Yeah, I am a big fan. So let's put this in the back. Let's make sure I have my sneakers, got my golf water bottle, and my sneakers should be over here. Because we're in the same things. I don't have like specific golf shoes, but I do wear those only when I golf. But they're not like made for golf. Anyway, that makes sense. Let's pack this up and get going. Also, I gotta take my slippers off. I had a very humbling turn of events. I forgot to take off my slippers, so this is just embarrassing. It's like 85 degrees outside. But anyway, we're at the gym. I am in a completely different outfit, and I'm not at the gym, but it is the same day. It's literally just an hour later. I did a glute focused leg day, and the gym was very busy today. I don't know what it is. It was 3 o'clock when I usually go, and it's, oh, let me turn this down. It's usually never that busy, but it was really fucking busy today for whatever reason. So I'm in the parking lot, and yes, I did get changed, and I'm ready to go to golf. Golf, although, is in an hour and a half, and it's only 20 minutes away. So I have enough time to go home. So I'm gonna go home, drop off my gym gear, probably eat a snack, because if it's from 5:30 till dusk, that gives us a lot of time because the sun doesn't set until like 8. I guess 8 is probably dusk. But anyway, let's get out there. I'll be documenting the rest of my afternoon, that's for sure. But I don't know, I always feel weird like in the gym when there's so many other people that aren't asking to be on camera, that like they get in the background and then it's like setting it up. Anyway, I don't need to explain myself. I went to the gym and it was a great workout. I'll put it in the description, and if I forget, comment and I can let you know what I did. But for now, let's get this butt home.
If that would, it didn't, I don't want to say it failed because it did do well. It really wasn't that it failed, but it was one of those things that I could look at as a failure, like, oh, we're closing this business, like, this is embarrassing, I don't think it was awful, blah, blah, blah. And to me, instead, I was like, actually, I'm so proud of myself that I was able to be like, this isn't working for me, and my business partner, same thing for her as well, but to recognize that, like, that wasn't really the business and the brand that I wanted to build, and to then go.
Alrighty, have an hour until we have to leave now. So, I think I mentioned this earlier, but we have to grocery shop, so we are running out of food. So I'm going to eat some meatballs as a snack because that seems right. Yeah, we have Uncrustables, which honestly could slap right now, but it's looking pretty empty in here. Alrighty. Good. Let's go have a ladies' golf. Now 8:30 and lesson and free golf is over. Well, not free, but basically how it worked was, wait, I need to back up. I can't see where I'm going. It's girls golf night and it's $25 and you get a 30-minute lesson and then unlimited golf until dusk. And granted, it's dark, so got our money's worth out of that. Yeah, so it was a 30-minute lesson, but it was actually like only 20 minutes and it wasn't really a lesson in my opinion. But basically how it was, I wasn't going to record during this part, but there was probably 12 or 13 of us women and we were on a semicircle around the base of a green, so like basically fairway to green, and sorry, there's a fucking hill. And so we're all standing there and we took our 7-iron and a putter. And so the first one we did was just swing with the 7-iron. So we did. And then everyone did that. And then the next one was doing the same thing but with the putter. And there wasn't really any coaching on an exact swing. I'm sure if I was like, hey, can you help me with this? Maybe he would have. But anyway, it was more of like, here's a tip to take with you today instead of a lesson, which is fine, just not really what I expected. But I guess I don't really know what I expected, to be fair. And then it was, after like the 25 minutes, it was basically we're sent on our way. Yeah, that was about it. So then we were paired up with a girl named Erica and Kelly, and my girlfriend, Abby, came. And so Abby, Kelly, Erica, and I golfed a few holes. We were playing best ball for the most part. I was not doing too well today. I'm just gonna leave my clubs in the car so I can hit the driving range tomorrow. But it definitely wasn't the best of rounds I've had. And the course was, bits of it was under construction. And it's under new ownership, so they're like still working through a bunch of stuff. But all in all, it was a good time. I'm not sure I would go again for the lesson. I think I would rather just go play 9 or 18 holes after work someday. And then the man that owns this course did our lessons in the winter. I think I would do some lessons again with him one-on-one, but just the group lesson aspect wasn't quite ideal. Or maybe I would try to do a different lesson from someone else, just like get different perspective. I don't know. But all in all, tonight was a great night. Although it's 8:40 and I have not eaten dinner and I'm starving. So gotta think about something for there. And yeah, end the night. I was gonna do some schoolwork, but it's far too late and I'm far too hungry, so I cannot use my brain. But let's go home, figure out what's for dinner. And oh yeah, Josh met us out too. So dinner was gonna be ready, but then I texted Josh and said, hey, you should meet us, because the course is literally 8 minutes from the house. So it's kind of stupid that we haven't gone before. And even though it's not like the most ideal course, I think it's still good to practice on. So I think it's like every weekday they do $25 unlimited golf from 3 until dusk. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to take advantage of that. Like honestly once a week, because $25 is not bad. Compared to like, it's usually $60 to golf a full 18. And I could definitely do 18 holes from 3 to 7, basically when dusk is. So I'm going to take advantage of it in a different way. That's for sure. Anyway, I'm I'm kind of rambling now, but let's go home, get something to eat. I got a shower too. There's a lot on the to-do list tonight. Definitely gonna be a later evening. Watching an old classic. Josh is scrolling on the phone, checking the grocery list. And we're headed to bed. Didn't vlog dinner because we were too hungry and we just needed to fully just eat. So, good night, Josh. Good night, vlog. Probably can't see me. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you like it. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. See you guys next week for another video. I know this vlog wasn't what I expected it to be, but this is your friendly reminder that emailing your CEO can make changes, if nothing else. On to Liz. Good night.